So let's have a little bit of a chit chat about some of my favourites from the Aspinal of London. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. For those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to some slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, engage in the conversation. I love chatting with you all. Hey everyone, just quickly, wow, I did not realise how unflattering that outfit / the angle I was sat at was. Woo! Anyway, please just go with me on it and let's chat about Aspinal. Today, we are going to talk about Aspinal of London when this fly gets out of my way. We're going to talk about Aspinal of London, and this is a brand that you hear a little bit about, but it's very much underrated, understated luxury. They have impeccable quality, impeccable customer service, and some really beautiful designs. So, yes, let's talk about them. But first, how cute is this t-shirt? It's got Pride written all over it. This was from a local supermarket, and I just thought, you know what? If you don't buy these things, then brands won't do it anymore because they won't think there's an engagement there. So guess what? I now have this was from Tesco, my Tesco Pride t-shirt. Cute. So let's talk about some of the pieces from Aspinal of London. Aspinal of London is a British brand. If you're not aware of it, they do have a website, etc. They do beautiful pieces. I mostly gravitate towards their pieces. They do a lot in mock croc and kind of mock exotics, and they do a lovely range of colours. They're a brand that tends to change their colours every season, actually. And they do some really beautiful pieces, very elegant, very structured. I would say structure is very much their aesthetic. Mock exotics, like I said, nice, bright, vibrant colours, saturated tones, a really beautiful set of pieces for this brand. They've partnered with celebrities, so for example, David Gandy did a collaboration for their men's collection a couple of years ago. Which was kind of almost like an old school pilot kind of vibe. So they do lots of lovely pieces, brand collaborations, one to look out. Okay, so the first item that I'm going to talk about is a beautiful top handle structured bag that I think would be a stunning event bag. I think this would be incredible for a wedding, a charity event, a formal dinner, whatever it is. This is the Florence bag in the small, and I particularly love this in the ivory mock croc with the kind of camel shade of lizard. Is it mock lizard? Lizard. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is £895. I love the structure of it. I love the fact that this is a top handle bag which has some formality to it. It's intricate, it's precise. I just think this would elevate any outfit, and it's neutral. The colours are neutral, so I think you could pair this very easily. And because it's a leather, it would be easy to maintain. Kind of the lighter colours, I think you do still have to be mindful of colour transfer, but if you look after them well and if you keep a good eye on them and you have some good products kind of in your armoury, so to speak, to take any of those colour transfers off, I think you can very easily maintain a bag like this. It is £895, so it is at the pricier end of Aspinal's range. For the small, and of course it will be more expensive as the sizes grow, but it's a beautiful piece, and they do this in a range of colours. This was just the style that I happen to really gravitate towards. Now, a style that I do very much consider to be a classic of Aspinal. They don't tend to change their styles that often, which I like because it does mean that you have a classic range. It's not like Prada where you have a new tote every season and they just continue all the old ones. This is the Midi Mayfair, and although this wouldn't be my personal style, I think this is a bag that you could wear formally. because of the size, the colours that it comes in. It comes in a lot of metallics, which is really lovely, but it's a very practical shape, so I do believe that you could also carry this as a day bag. This is £595, I believe. And like I said, this is a style that I believe to be very classic within Aspinall's range. It will be versatile, it's practical. You can also get this in a range of sizes, so if this size doesn't work for you, they do have larger sizes, they do have smaller sizes. This and the kind of almost like mini hat box style, so the circular bag. Those are two that I think are very, very classic Aspinalls. The circular bag, just for me, isn't practical enough to really consider a highlight of their range, but I know that people like them. But I think that the Midi Mayfair is a beautiful piece, very understated if you get it in a more muted tone. Of course, the one I'm showing you is silver, that's not very muted. However, these are not heavily branded bags, so if you want a bag for work or that you don't want to scream, I'm designer, this is a great brand to go for, particularly as they do a lot of mock exotics. The print kind of speaks for itself rather than needing to be heavily branded. Now, one that I think is absolutely stunning, I myself have gone back and forth on this bag multiple times, and this is the Lottie, and I personally love this in the largest size in the quilted navy. It is beautiful, it is intricate, it is structured. This is a stunning, stunning piece. You know, to get that very luxury look without having to spend over £1,000, this is £695, is amazing. It is very, very intricate. I would say Aspinall and Mulberry are probably not far off one another in terms of brand positioning. I think Mulberry is slightly above where Aspinall sits. However, Aspinall is really close. So if you're looking at something, for example, like a Mulberry Lily, but you just don't want to quite spend that nearing £1,000, the Lottie could be a good example for you. It could be a good alternative, and they do this in a range of sizes, and again, the price varies based on the size. They also do it in different leathers. I personally love the quilted style. I love the chain. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's a really tasteful bag, and again, it's one that doesn't scream designer. It's a bag that you know someone will look at and think, that's a beautiful item. They wouldn't necessarily be able to put their finger on where it was from, but they would know it was beautiful. And I think that can sometimes be a really nice thing, you know, that very understated luxury, that kind of Chanel reissue vibe, where if you didn't, when you know, you know, but on the whole, you'd probably just think it was a beautiful item. Do you know what I mean? I spoke about this bag in my kind of best bags under £1,000, so if you haven't seen it, please go and watch that. So I won't go into too much detail here, but this is the Regent tote, and this comes in two colours at the moment. This comes in black, and this comes in this kind of Bordeaux colour, which is this almost deep wine red. Both are really lovely. Again, mock croc, lovely and structured. This I think will be a really lovely work bag. It's high shine, and the mock croc gives a little bit of visual pizzazz. So if you wanted to just kind of spice up an outfit a little bit without it having to be a crazy colour or monogram mania, I think that this could be a really nice way of doing that. They do have really great quality. The one thing I would say about the Aspinall mock crocs is just be careful of corner wear and be careful of the colour kind of rubbing off. I have found that that has happened most with my pink travel wallet. However, that spends its whole day in my bag rubbing against things, so I'm not upset with how that's worn in the slightest. It's just something to be conscious of, because if it's got a neutral colour underneath it and let's say a little bit of it wipes off, you're going to have a little bit of a contrast between, let's say, the black colour that's been overlaid versus the kind of neutral greyish tone of the leather underneath. Now, I promise I will talk about something other than bags in a moment, but I've just got a couple more bags to get through. The next one is, again, a very classic style from them, and this is the London tote. This is absolutely beautiful, and I particularly love it in this kind of green turquoisey colour. It's not quite turquoise, but you see where I'm going. It's more of a green. This is the London tote. It's absolutely stunning. In this size, it's £695. It's a very, very practical bag. Very, very practical bag. It has two large compartments, even size, and it's got a divider in the middle. It is incredibly, incredibly practical as top handles go. The only thing I would say with a bag like this to be conscious of is it could get heavy. But you could, dependent on, for example, what you do for work, you could have your laptop in one side, you could have your drink, your lunch, you know, your pens, all of that other stuff in the other, and it would do everything that you needed to do for the day. But it could get quite heavy, so just be conscious of that. But another bag that's incredibly understated in its design, you can get this in more neutral colours. You can get this in, I think you can get this in canvas if you wanted to as well. So there are options there. I would say Aspinal is perfect for the understated high-end work bag. Absolutely perfect for it, because they just don't scream branding, which, you know, isn't appropriate for every workplace. Say bags aren't your thing, but you need something that's just going to house your technology. I really love this City laptop folio, particularly in the grey. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's very sophisticated. This, I don't believe, would fit a chunkier laptop, so if you have a 15-inch but somewhat thicker laptop, I think you might struggle to fit this in, but I think some of those sleeker laptops you could absolutely fit. I will try and find the dimensions of the type of technology that it does fit, but you could very easily put something like a ThinkPad or a iPad plus your documents, carry this, put it under your arm, away you go. It's very, very sophisticated. The grey colour is very beautiful. Keep an eye on that grey because I think you can mark this quite easily, but it's a beautiful item and they do it in other colours if you were interested in it. Another one that sits within the men's collection, but as you know, on this channel, we don't do gendered fashion. We just think you do you, boo. Wear whatever you want, whenever you want, but this does sit within the men's collection if you were searching for it on the website. And this is the Reporter backpack that is $5.95. This is a sophisticated backpack. It is elegant, it is well thought through, it is sleek. It's a really lovely item, really lovely item. It's more formal in nature than a lot of other backpacks. So, for example, in my video of the top bags under £1,000, I spoke to you about the Alexander McQueen backpack. I don't believe that was leather. I think that was a fabric, and it was either covered in branding or it was covered in skulls. That's not going to be for everyone. I also talked to you about the MCM backpack, which is in that beautiful baby pink, but again, very, very in your face. This is absolutely not that. This would, again, be a great work bag because you could very easily fit a laptop in it. This would be great for a commuter. Absolutely great for a commuter. Or I think would be very easy, let's say you travel a lot for business. Throw on the top of your luggage and away you go. You're not going to have any problems. It will be good quality, it will be soft, it will be supple, it will be enjoyable to own and use. So, a beautiful item, well worth considering. Okay, and this is more of a collection, but this is the Aspinal Travel Collection. You can buy these items individually, however, my recommendation would be to buy them as a set. The reason being, you just get much better value for money when you purchase them as a set. I have 2 of the travel wallets, which I would absolutely recommend. And I have these in 2 different colours and 2 different leathers. So I have my Bordeaux mock croc, and this is the larger mock croc. This was my first one, and it has the blue suede feel microfiber lining, and it's got all the compartments, as you can see. Now mine are the older style, so you don't get the removable insert, as you can see here. Again, oh, my Nando's gift card. I need to use that. I bought this as a gift actually. This is beautiful. This is in this beautiful hot pink. Here you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to that leather kind of scraping off. There's the same. So just be careful with that. But it's in this beautiful hot pink. I use this as a daily wallet for a very, very long time. It's got my initials on it. It's got this beautiful soft grey lining. And again, mine doesn't have the removable inserts. So the reason I mentioned the removable inserts is because you could essentially use this as a clutch if you wanted to. So because you can, in the newer styles, remove these middle sections, it essentially becomes one open space, which makes it a little bit more versatile. So considering the fact that you can own a travel wallet, a passport holder and a luggage tag for £175, and the travel wallet will double as a clutch, that's a pretty good value for money piece. I would highly recommend this as a collection. This would also be a beautiful gift, and it would be a gift that you could section out if you wanted to. They come in beautifully presented boxes, etc. I would highly, highly recommend these items. I would actually go as far as to say that all of the items on today's list, this travel set is the item or the set that I would recommend the most out of everything. I think it's the greatest value for money, and I think it's something that you will get a lot of use out of. So this will be my firm recommendation if you were going to buy anything from this list. Okay, next up we have more of a jewellery piece, and these are absolutely beautiful, and this is the Aspinal Cufflinks. There's a range of different ones that I'll show you here. There's a beautiful set of mother of pearl for kind of £90. There are these really fun skull variants, which are in this beautiful deep blue if you want something that's going to add a little bit more edge and pop to your outfit, that are a couple of £100. Then you have these stunning silver and ruby, which are very glamorous, very sexy, and those are just shy of £500. So again, beautiful, beautiful gifts, potentially beautiful gifts for yourself if you're looking for something, just to add a little bit of spice to your outfit, and so many different variants to suit your personal style. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to Aspinal, and I absolutely love that about this brand. Sticking with jewellery, and again, this is an item that I've gone back and forth on, and I keep seeing certain ones drop into the outlet, and I just don't buy them, and I don't know why, because I think I would use them. And this is the Cleopatra cuff, and the reason that this one particularly grabs me is the colour. It is in the most stunning shade of purple in this kind of mock croc print. You know I'm not a gold hardware fan. I much prefer silver as a metal, but I think this saturated purple, this almost violet tone mixed with the gold is absolutely phenomenal. I think it is a stunning, stunning item. This is in the smaller size, so they tend to do two different sizes. There's kind of a larger cuff plus a skinnier cuff, and this is that slightly smaller cuff. But it's absolutely beautiful. If they did this in a larger size, I think this would be very much on my radar. But it's beautiful in the smaller size. You could do this as a stack as well, particularly if you've got a few of these and you have them in the same style, almost like people do the Click H bracelets or Love bracelets. This is just at a far more sensible price point, but they do them in lots of different colours over the seasons, so you could have a rainbow on your arm by the end. Absolutely beautiful, definitely one to look out for at a good price point. Also a good gift. Christmas is coming up. I've always found a way to elevate an outfit to be throw on a scarf, add a little bit of visual, you know, je ne sais quoi, as they say. I think a silk scarf is a beautiful, beautiful way to top an outfit. Now, of course, some people use silk scarves for their bags as well. I like to tie a scarf around my neck. I just think it's a really nice way of adding maybe a pop of colour, an element of softness to what might otherwise be a quite a hard outfit. They do the most beautiful range of colours and patterns and prints at Aspinal. There truly is something for everyone. If you are a scarf lover, but you're not a fan of florals, for example, there will be a scarf for you. If you're not a fan of nature kind of scarves or animals, you know, you like something that's maybe more of a pattern or more of a solid colour, they have those for you. So there really truly is something for everyone, and like I said, a scarf is a great way to add some softness to an outfit. It's also a way of diverting someone's eye. It draws the eye in, and I think a scarf is a really nice way of drawing someone's eye almost to your face. Yes. Good item. Okay, we're on the home straight, we're into the final two pieces, and this very much runs in line with the folio that we talked about earlier, and this is the grey bifold wallet. This is also part of the men's collection, but it's a really beautiful item. It's in Saffiano leather, which of course we know is a leather that Prada is very famous for using. This is £90. The grey colour is a really beautiful tone. I have actually seen this in person. Beautiful tone. you have space for cards, you have space for cash. The only downside I see with this is that you don't have a space for coins. But I don't think that's something you see very often anymore. I don't think, because cash isn't as popular as it once was, I think we don't see a space for coins in our wallets and purses, etc., like we used to, particularly as most people just use cards. I know that's the same for me. I tend to just use a card. So I completely understand that. Just something to consider, that if you are someone who carries cash and needs space for coins, this won't be the one for you, but you could always keep them separately. Or, you know, as you pass a pot, a charity pot, drop them in. Use your coins for good causes. And finally, this is a fun one, random, very, very pricey, but oh, it's great. This is their kind of luxury Monopoly set, and this is over £1,000. This fly is really getting on my nerves. Can't stand flies. Yes, this is their Monopoly set. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, what a bougie item to own. Like a luxury Monopoly set. This isn't even like the Selfridges' own Monopoly where you've got the different concessions on the board. This is like a luxury leather version of the game. I mean, you have to be a die-hard fan of Monopoly to want this really luxury item. However, you know, it would be the perfect item for, I'm thinking, someone who owns a large country home, or, you know, a large farmhouse or something along those lines, even a very, very chic penthouse apartment. That's the sort of person who's going to own an item like this. It is absolutely beautiful. The price for me is ludicrous for what it is. However, I can imagine for the work that goes into the creation of it, it's probably not terrible, because I don't think Aspinal of London's prices are unreasonable for what they sell. However, for the item that it is, crazy. But I thought it was a fun one to share, just so that you can see the breadth of the products that they sell. So there we have it, guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you own any items from Aspinal, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. From me and the fly that has been a part of this whole video, take care. Bye.